Powell's Bookstore is a very popular bookstore in Portland. When I go into there, I generally know where the sections are. Like, I will go in there and I already know where I'm gonna go because I just go there so much. Like, I pretty much have like a cognitive map of Powell's Bookstore. The building's pretty big. Some people say that it's the biggest bookstore in the United States, and then some people say that it's the biggest bookstore in like the world. I mean, I kind of find that hard to believe, but at the same time, like, that could very well be possible because it's a big place. Okay, the first stop for me is the films books. Thinking about eventually picking up this book here, Horror Cinema. Apparently it's like a list of all the great horror films of all time. If you haven't seen The Missing Link, great film. It's by Leica, and Leica is a local company in Portland. They're probably the only like company that does stop motion features regularly. I have this book. And low-key, oftentimes I do come to the kids section because I really like the Pendragon series. This one's really good, and it's about so Pendragon travels parallel universes or multiple universes through portals, and in this book he goes to a city called Chloral, and it's like an underwater city. It's probably my favorite one of the Pendragon series. And in the gold room, we have the graphic novels. And here is my favorite anime of all time, Sword Art Online. Or I should say manga, since it's a manga. I remember getting this same exact manga, but I was in China at the time, and it was all in Chinese. But now, I can read it in English. I remember walking by one time and saw somebody like saying like, these are where all the douchebag books are, and I disagree. These are really great books. These will humble you, for sure. Look at this one. Leaders eat last. How could that be bad for you? How could that make you a douchebag? I don't understand. If I could recommend you one book right now, it would be The Power of Habit. I'm just realizing this now, that all these books that I'm showing you might be in reverse, so you might have to reverse it later on, but I think you can still read in reverse. Our brain can process that still. This one changed my life. Reading this book like taught me a lot about how habits are formed, and like, you know, what is a habit, like how we can use it to our advantage, because essentially we are a summation of all our habits. Like, this is really good. It's changed the way I've seen life and how I go about living my life, really. So I recommend this one a lot. Banksy. A lot of people like Banksy. He's a great street artist. My favorite work of Banksy is when he took a telephone booth and like melted it and like kind of bent it and left it on the street with an axe in it, and it was like bleeding. Another one of my favorite street artists is Slingachu. He's known for like taking like miniature people and having them kind of like quote unquote interact with the environment. So like, one of my favorite pieces of Slinkachu was when he took like, you know, the McDonald's burgers has like that box they put the burgers in, kind of like changed that and made it into like an alien spacecraft UFO, and cut a hole in it, and it looked like it was the entrance of the UFO, and like had a little guy coming out of it like on the walkway coming out.
So high, I'm dropping acid, floating by your thought bubbles, laughing for
my enemies. I don't want no credit, these is real tendencies. They chant my name and every when you rich and respect you when you the trillest. Mama, daddy, aunties, and uncles, it take a village. Keep my feet up on the cage and fill my glass with some drink. Oil in my system, trying to gas up the tank. Only time I'm tickled when I laugh to the bank. I got those spots.
Okay, that's it for my Powell's Bookstore vlog. It's pretty short. I mean, I had to do this last minute because the other one just didn't work out, but that's okay, that happens. So now I hope you have a better idea of what Powell's Bookstore is like, and you have a better idea of like what I kind of look for when I'm at Powell's Bookstore. Honestly, Powell's Bookstore isn't like that amazing. It's just like a really big bookstore. I mean, that's like essentially what it is. Because like all these books you can find on Amazon, but it's not like you can't find these books online, you just order them. But like when people come, they want to see like the giant bookstore and they get all like energized about it, which is good. Like if people are like, you know, excited about looking at books, like I'm all for it. But it's not like you gotta like, you know, you don't have to like push people out of the way to get